Welcome to the Gamepad Saga Podcast, where gaming isn't just a pastime, it's a story worth telling. From retro classics to the latest releases, we dive deep into the worlds, the characters, and the culture that made gaming unforgettable. Whether you're a casual player or a hardcore fan, this is your checkpoint for all things gaming. Grab your controller, press start, and join the saga. Welcome to the Gamepad Saga Podcast. I'm Eric.
Kishion.
And how's it going, brother?
Good, very good.
Glad
back
to hear.
from our hiatus.
Yes, it has been a minute. So, I don't know. I guess we'll do our little two-part thing here.
Two-parter.
I don't know why it took us so long to actually do this, but we are going to dive down, I guess, the rabbit hole of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Hey, yeah, it took us a minute to do that.
I mean, I don't know. But yeah. What's so funny? What's going on? So I saw that pop up. I thought we knew that already.
I didn't know. I thought this was a joke.
Oh, I don't know. I just feel
this
like
was a joke.
I feel like I've seen that before. I like deja vu feeling here. Like,
That's crazy. Okay, well then shit. I mean, I don't care. Who gives a fuck? But yeah, that's funny as hell. I thought someone was trolling.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just at that point where like I'm not surprised.
No, I mean,
It's like
even when we were younger, it wouldn't have been a surprise, really, to be honest.
Okay, all right.
It wouldn't have been, but here we are.
Yes.
But yeah, so before we get into Sonic, let's
What we get into?
I mean, well, is the Steam Machine ever coming out?
At some point, I haven't seen anything lately. I guess with people, are starting to get more of an idea of what kind of price we're looking at, because our favorite Sony made everyone,
Fuck
I guess,
them, man.
allegedly panic buy, because they're like, oh, we're just gonna raise prices, and I'm like, I mean, obviously they are preparing us for the eventual price for the next console, and being greedy on top of it, but
Well, I mean, Sony still has not made it number one, because remember the Neo Geo was like $1,600 at one point.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was the Neo Geo, $1,600 fucking dollars.
What are we, early 90s?
Early 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just feel they don't need to go that much for a console on its way out the door. But hey.
I mean, think about it though. I mean, I don't think it's on the way out the door, because you can see how long it's taken PS4 to shut its servers.
That's because everyone still owns a PS4. Because no one's wanting to, I guess, pay that price tag for the PS5.
Okay, so we have to be punished now as PS. I'm not a PS4 user at the moment. I haven't had a PS4 since the first day the PS5 came out. But what I'm saying is so we as a gaming community have to be punished for this. But then PS3's fucking store is still open? How does that make sense?
So actually, I did see something recently about the PS3. I guess they received a lot of backlash trying to close the store.
That was back in 2020 though.
But they kept it open. I guess they're supposed to close it recently, but they still left it open. I just think, I don't know if it's the, I don't want to keep giving the excuse of no games. There has to be games out there. Probably not games for me for the PS5, but there's games for someone.
Yeah.
And I don't want to keep giving that excuse. Oh, I don't. But
it's not. That's not entirely a lie.
Right. Like, I don't find that XYZ appealing. But
Third shot, boys.
I don't know. I just feel, I don't want to say stuck in the past. It's just the games felt better, or I don't know. I still struggle. I go back and forth, because like, graphically some games are better, story wise.
I mean, would you say that the games back then had more love than the games now?
Yes, I would definitely say that, yes.
So then now we're talking about the nuances and the what's the word I'm looking for? The care on how these games have come out. And the only games I can think of that, who is lapping water so hard right now?
Chewy. He's the loud one.
Lord of mercy. So the only thing I can think of is, besides fighting games, which would come out with multiple updates with multiple games, like i.e. Guilty Gear, Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. Yeah, Mortal Kombat would come out with like different iterations, like Mortal Kombat X, Mortal Kombat XL, XLI, whatever, you know. But I think trying to formulate words here. I worked all day today. Yeah, I think the care behind games, the storyboard behind games, the character development behind games, back in the day, PS1, or not even, but even before that, even before PS1, like Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, N64, PlayStation 2, original Xbox. I think in that era of games there, in those few generations, they've had such a hold on quality. Sorry, I had to request Sissy and Ma to help me.
Sorry, where are my manners? My bad.
Get some reposado. Oh, anyway, those generations of game systems and games had, I felt, much more passion behind them.
Yeah.
Than the games now. I mean, not saying that they don't have passion, right? But thank you, Susie.
A little more. Well, I don't know if I'm not sure. Earlier in the years, they put them in a box and said "have fun," but maybe I guess it depends which company created the game.
Well, I mean, if you look back when those generations I mentioned, like, there were a lot of games that had similar like builds, right?
Yeah.
Like, for instance, the collectathons, like all the rare games from Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, Mario 64, Jet Force Gemini, all those. And these are just N64 games that are pretty popular, but have kind of the same format, but played differently.
Yeah.
If that made sense. You know what I mean? Yeah, they were platformers. Yeah, they were this. Yeah, they were that. But they had some difference to them.
Something that set them apart.
Right. As opposed to, and I'll pick on Nintendo here for a minute. So you have Super Mario Odyssey, and you got the new Donkey Kong game. It's literally the same game.
Just a lovely reskin.
Yeah, it's a lovely reskin, but you can now, like, break walls and use dirt as your advantage. You know what I mean? Which is, yeah. I mean, it's cool. It's cool. But if you played both of those games, they feel the same.
Yeah.
You know, they tried to do Breath of the Wild, Zelda's format, and Metroid's format. Those are two totally different games. You can't do that. You can't do the Breath of the Wild format, or let's take it all the way back, the original Zelda format, into a game that was a side-scrolling. What did they call them? Metroidvanias or whatever.
Yeah, that's what they.
Metroidvanias. But yeah, you just can't do that. You can't integrate the two. Like, Donkey Kong was a side-scroller. Yes, it was an open-world game in N64, but I don't think it was... if I remember correctly, it wasn't well-received either. Donkey Kong 64.
Well, not by me. I don't think it was.
I don't think it was. Fact-check that for me, though, please. We're going to do some fact-checking on that. But I really think... nowadays what they're trying to do, and obviously they're saving money, which makes sense.
Well, are they really saving money where we always hear about how it costs $400 million to make games and cancel it?
I think some of that's a lie. You know what? I think
because they can write it off.
Yeah, I think some of that's a lie, to be honest with you, because I mean, that's probably like cost of software, cost of how to pay the employees, blah, 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 this, that, and the third, service dues, fees, whatever. I really think the numbers are kind of fudged a bit.
Yeah. Okay. I mean,
I think the numbers are fudged a bit.
So
now, I'm not saying it's not a lot of money. It's still a lot of money.
Yeah.
But I think it's a little fudged, And that just gives everybody the reason to, that gives these companies a reason to be like, yeah, well, we take the taxpaying dollar monies, but we're not going to get into that either. We're not going to do that. But yeah, like, I just think that these so-called $400 million games, like, you're putting too much money into something that is lackluster.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I mean, I think the only game right now that on a general consensus that could be okay with spending that amount of money on a game and it still be good would be GTA 6.
Yeah.
Because GTA has the sauce. And we don't know what that sauce is.
No, but it's damn good.
Right. But I don't think any game... The only game that was close to doing it was Saints Row.
Mm-hmm.
With their first and second one. And then they just got really outlandish on their third one. And fourth one. And their reboot. The reboot was more along the lines of Saints Row 3 and 4. And I think a lot of people were expecting, like, the first two, where it was like...
the same.
Like real life, I wouldn't say real life, but kind of like true to life or semi true to life gang related like lifestyle.
Just okay.
Because the first one was like that. When you got initiated, you got beat up by the Saints. You know what I mean? And you had to fight your way out. You got initiated.
Oh my god.
And then you were part of the Saints, and then you were doing that. That should be another one we should do actually, because. That's another one I think we should do with Steve, Saints Row.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah. But, yeah, I just think, I kind of agree with you. I don't think games are well received now because they don't put in the love.
I don't think it's so much... Well, we know the developers and the team members want to put the love into the game. I still feel like the suits who want to make it every game a live service game, which I don't think you can do with every game.
No, you can't.
But
you can't. No, like the like. I think some sports games you can do that with. I don't think you can do that with Madden though. They obviously have tried it this year.
Mm-hmm.
Was it in 25? No. The Battle Pass was not in 25. I don't think. It might have been, I don't know, but 26 for sure, because you boot the game up and the first thing it asks you is like, "Hey, do you want to go ahead and buy the Battle Pass?" It's like, come on, man. I'm here for a short time.
Oh, I booted up NCAA 25 just because I think I was waiting for something to download, and I was like, let me play this while
25 is great.
And then, of course, the first screen, buy this. I was like, oh my gosh.
What's shot, boys and girls?
I just want to play the game. I don't want to have to deal with all this nonsense.
Ooh, that was warm.
Was it?
Yeah, it was good.
Mm-mm-mm.
Yeah, speaking of that, actually, I've been hopping back. I hopped back on 26.
So how's that going with the digital purchase? Since you can't break the disc.
Actually, a lot better because if I get mad, I just delete it. I just delete it. But you know what? I've come to the realization now that I just play the game. I play the game super dumb now. I run the same plays over and over.
Right.
I don't set up stuff anymore.
I don't even know how that's even enjoyable, to be honest with you.
It's really not. But I'm still trying to get the Heisman. That's all I'm trying to do. I don't even have a national championship. I got to one national championship and lost. But that's okay. Because that was like in the beginning stages of the game before it got patched 50 million times and people have found like ways to use money plays and stuff like that.
Patches.
But I realized that a lot of people do not have any type of and this is towards online gaming, especially sports gaming. I want to say, I'm going to point out NCAA specifically. A lot of people do not have any type of like gall about them to challenge themselves.
What do you mean, as far as like thinking outside the box or
Not
coming in with a game plan?
that, but then also, and they come in with these like bogus ass game plans that aren't even realistic. I mean, obviously, I know it's not a realistic game, but if you're talking like simulation, it should have some realism to it. I've come to find out more and more that it doesn't, and that's why I play the game dumb. And I've actually had more success now, to be honest with you.
Oh my gosh, I don't even know how I feel about that.
Yeah, I mean, I run, like I said, I run the same plays, the same like 6 plays that I found, right? And then if I'm up like 2-3 scores, then I'm just running like all the gimmick plays and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Just disrespecting the other person for the most part. But it's not fun. It really isn't. But the goal is to get to Heisman. As soon as I hit Heisman, I'm like, I'm good.
Done.
I don't have to play this game anymore.
I mean, I guess I remember years ago. I mean, playing earlier Madden when the internet was still new, I guess.
In its infancy.
Yeah. I guess I didn't really have a game plan, but I just tried different plays and try to see what the other team was doing. But
no, but see, like I want to play. Like I played a good game yesterday. I had a guy. Oh, let me get back to what I was saying first about the people don't challenge themselves. You know, I only played like the same 3 teams over and over again. People pick South Carolina, Texas Tech. South Carolina, Texas Tech.
Interesting.
Yeah, South Carolina, Texas Tech, Indiana.
Okay, I can see Indiana, the other two. Who do they have on their squad?
Who?
Texas Tech and...
Texas Tech has who do they have? I think they... I can't remember. Their offense is really good in that game.
Okay.
And Texas A&M.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Texas A&M. Yes, I could see that. Okay, never mind.
Texas A&M, they got Marcel Reed. So
Yeah.
they had the running quarterback, so you just run around all day.
Yeah, they almost had their chance, but they... God, who they lose to?
I can't remember.
Jimbo Fisher. But anyways.
Yeah, Jimbo, man. I got words to say to you.
Homeboy was trying to leave Florida State for like 5 years, man.
Was he really?
At least when it came out, it was probably like 2 or 3 years.
Oh, so that was like right after Bowden left then. Really? Because he was only there for like 4 or 5 years.
I think it was shortly after he won the title, the rumors got louder that he wanted to leave and go to Texas A&M after he won the title in 2014.
That was a good year. Both of my favorite teams were actually in that.
That was their latest greatest.
Yeah, I couldn't get mad at who won or lost. I mean, either way, I'd have been happy. But yeah, it was down to like 4 or 5 teams, and I see those same teams over and over again, and it's like, man, nobody really has. People would rather just win instead of actually challenging themselves into being better players, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we grew up on, right? Like we grew up on, you know, hey, we're playing Madden. You get three randoms in a death team, right?
Yeah.
And your randoms, if you didn't like your randoms, you're like, well, I mean, you could make reason on why you could pick one of those 3 teams as opposed to doing your death team.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, a lot of people would just do their death team anyway, and then you were still stuck with a terrible team to begin with, and you had to make do. And you know, I hope that tradition that still exists in any type of like sports game.
Maybe.
Probably not. Probably not. People that are younger that are listening to this, they're probably like, "What the fuck is that?"
Yeah.
Like, why would you even do that? Just pick your team.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, that's what made it more interesting is like, okay, even the better player so you were the better player out of the 2 of us, right? And if we did three randoms in a death team, then I know that if I got a good team and you didn't, I still was going to be, like, fighting for my life because, A, you knew the mechanics of the game.
Yeah.
You knew who had strengths and weaknesses on whomever because we were huge football fans at the time. And then You knew how to execute.
Exactly. That's all you needed.
Yeah, and nobody does that anymore. It's like, well, what's going to make my life easier on winning a game? Excuse me.
Bless you.
Thank you. Another example, I play a lot of Warzone. A lot of Apex. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And in Warzone, I mean, I probably could. I can't say this for Battlefield because, like, Battlefield, I have to have, like, set guns, set loadouts.
Set loadout, yeah.
Yeah, I have to have that because I take that game very seriously. But, like, Warzone, I have fun with it. And, you know, I have my set loadouts and all the rest of that good stuff, too. But I always am changing my loadouts. I'm always doing something different because I want to make it fresh for myself. Sometimes I'm like, oh, you know what? I'll run with the primary, like, machine gun pistol. And fucking Cali sticks or something like that. I mean, I get a good kill count on those. But, I mean, the pistol can only shoot so far. And the Cali sticks, I have to be only so close to use them. So, I mean, that's what makes it hard.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, realistically, if someone had a gun and I had a knife and I'm like 15 feet away from you, I'm going to be able to do what I need to do with that knife first before you even shoot the gun. I mean, unless, like, you're a marksman and whatnot, you get a lucky shot, whatever. But yeah, I just think in that online perspective anyway, I just think a lot of people don't look at challenging themselves anymore. And I think that comes from what you were saying about when we were talking about the study that showed about the gaming from the 80s and 90s as opposed to gaming in the 2000s and later.
What showed you to fail or made you fail?
Yeah, and then
made you think of, hey, you need to try something different.
Right, and patience and all the rest of that good stuff. And there's none of that here. I want to win and I want to win now. It's like, well, I mean, okay, I get you.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, let me do like a run that went for 15 yards and then fake you out with a play action pass and put it over top of you. You know what I mean? Like that's strategy. That's like learning how to play a game. And even if you have a shitty team, you can still do that.
You can.
People don't want to do that anymore. And so that's why I was saying with NCAA it's like there's no variety anymore. It's not as fun to play those games online anymore, but it does take me away from school and everything like that, so I don't have to deal with it.
Take a little load off, I guess. Mental stress.
Yeah. But yeah, I had a really good game yesterday, actually. A guy went up 20. No, he went up 21 on me. No, he went up 14 on me, because, so he scored, right? He marched down. Actually, no, I stopped him on fourth down. I got the ball back. I don't know what happened. Did I fumbled. That's what it was. It was some bogus thing. So I tried to slide with my quarterback.
Oh boy.
And you know how they change those things all the time? Like they've changed like how to do the read option on it now. Instead of like holding the button to let your running back get it, you just now let him get it.
Yeah.
And then you hold the button to run with your quarterback. So it's kind of the same thing with sliding. So you have to hold L2 and tap square to slide.
Oh my gosh.
Not just regularly tap square, because then you just dive. And so I'm trying to like slide. I'm like diving head first. I get smacked. I fumble the ball.
Fumbleruski.
So he scores. And then as soon as he scored, I ran the kickoff back. So it's 7-7.
Mm-hmm.
He runs the kickoff back right after that, 14-7. I get the ball. I run it back to like the 30 or 25 yard line. I score, so it's 14-14. I stop him. I get the ball back. I throw an interception, pick six. All right. Stupid me, I get it. I get the ball back again. Throw another interception, pick six. Now I'm down 14-0. Or I'm down like 14. Was it 14-28? Yeah. So I'm like, fuck, man, what am I supposed to do here? Like, you know what? Let me just play dumb. And that's what I did. Sometimes I have to catch myself. Let me just play like an idiot.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm not talking about like running around in the backfield, although I did one, and then my backside was doing a post and no one was covering him. Somehow I saw it last second. I just flung it. And luckily my quarterback was not sorry enough to get it there. Yeah. I was Florida State.
Having
by
the
way.
arm strength to make it.
Yeah, I was Florida State, by the way. I was playing against, who was he? I can't remember who he was.
Florida Gators.
No.
South Carolina
Nebraska.
Gamecock. Cornhuskers.
Yeah, you would have Cornhusker now. So I scored. So it's 28-21. Stop him. Get the ball back again, 28-28. I score again, 28-28. And then I score. So he gets the ball. It's fourth quarter. He's like driving on me.
Yeah.
So I stop him at like my 45. He turned over on downs. And I did one run play and I ran it from there all the way to the touchdown. And then, no, I'm sorry. I forgot a thing. So when I tied it, I actually onside kicked it before the end of the half.
Mm-hmm.
I got the ball back and scored.
Okay.
Sorry. So it was 28-28. And then I did that run for 2028. And then it was like a stalemate like that third quarter.
For the third quarter, okay.
Yeah. And then I scored 14 unanswered points in the last quarter. And that was a dogfight because we were tied that whole time and I'm like, oh, we're going back and forth.
Were you
like
sweating?
Yeah, it was. And that was a game because then I started having to think because he was like on defense I had to start thinking anyway because he was like doing some crazy shit. I don't know. So I'm like spying the quarterback and bringing my flat coverages up some and then dropping my deeps back. And yeah, it was nice. It was nice. It was very refreshing to be like, you know what? Yes, I can actually play football. I can actually think football and play it. Now, physically, can I do it anymore? Probably. Do I want to? No, because my body hurts. I've done it for enough years already.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to do all that. But yeah, it was good. It was good. But
Good.
yeah, that was a little side tidbit that lasted a long time there. Of course.
Good. Very good.
Fifth shot, everybody.
I'll have to cut you off, sir. So going back to the N64.
This is my last one.
Oh, okay. Donkey Kong. So Donkey Kong was well received in the States, but apparently Japan and Europe, it underperformed. They weren't having it.
I know there was something somewhere.
I mean, even, I don't know, maybe everyone was burnt out of Donkey Kong, because when Diddy Kong came on the scene,
Diddy Kong Racing. That game was the shit.
It was.
If y'all don't know about Diddy Kong Racing, get up on it. Please. Please. But yeah, Donkey Kong, when I played it though, I didn't really care for it too much.
Really done. I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't care for it.
I think I was still on my, not so much hater. I was just still
You were a hater.
PlayStation.
You were a hater. Come on
What,
now.
64?
It's okay.
F that crap. We don't play that around here.
Yeah, until Smash Brothers. Get out of here.
I think you're right. Was it Smash Brothers?
No, Zelda got you hooked first.
Zelda.
And then Smash Brothers did. The Smash Brothers and Zelda came out the same year.
Did they? Okay. It was something that turned the tide. I was like, damn, I can't hate anymore. They got the games out there.
Yeah, they had some good games too.
It's like, PlayStation, where you at?
And then let's not forget Forsaken. You played the hell out of that game.
Oh my gosh.
I still don't even know what that game's about.
Either do I. I just remember zooming on, I don't know, they call them bikes? I don't know.
Skidsters, I guess.
Skidsters.
Yeah, they were like aircraft. It was kind of like an aircraft, like a we'll call them a bike craft because they were like bikes, like snowmobiles almost.
Yeah.
But kind of had like an aircraft like
Oh.
feel to them.
A shooter video game. Okay.
Oh, it definitely was a shooter for sure. Because I remember like getting fucked up in that game all the time, and I was like, "Yeah, I'm not playing this anymore. Not doing it."
Oh, it's fun.
Yeah, it brings you back, doesn't it?
It sure does.
Yeah, it does. It does.
Oh my
It's
gosh.
good times. It was good times.
So, brother, what game you playing now? What's in your console, or what console game you playing?
Well, when I do have time, I do play some Uncharted 4.
How's that?
I'm enjoying it.
Enjoying it?
I'm enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it.
That's the latest one, right? Yeah. Not the latest, but
Yeah, 4.
in the main series.
Yeah, so I haven't finished it yet. I've played 1, I've played 2, I've played 3. I still think the second one is my favorite by far. Yeah.
It's been a minute. I know you gave me the game, A Thief's End. That's what it was.
No, I gave you the collection.
Or the collection.
Yeah.
Did I pick? No, yeah, you gave me 4 also.
Did I?
Yeah. Like you gave me the collection with the 3, then the 4, and then I remember picking up the one with the girls.
No, Lost Legacy.
Yeah.
I haven't played that one yet.
It's pretty good. Check it out.
I will. And once I play 4, I'll probably check out Lost Legacy too. Where's Lost Legacy take place at?
It's been a while.
Is it right after 3 in between 4?
Let's see.
Because I think he meets her. Her name, that's Chloe, right?
Yeah. Takes place approximately 6 to 12 months after the main events of 4.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
Chloe and
he
I
met
guess
her in
Nadine.
2.
Chloe?
Yeah.
Was it 2 or 1? I thought it.
No, 1 was Nadine, I think, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
Because like 1, I don't know. 1 had, I think it was Nadine, and then 2 was Chloe, and 3, Chloe and Elaine were in that one. I mean, Elaine was in all of them.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. I think that's how it went. But I mean, y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I don't got anything in front of me to look at.
But yeah, the whole series was enjoyable. The puzzles were great.
We'll have to do an episode on it.
We will. We sure will.
All right. So now on to the main event.
Ding 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 ding.
Actually, before the main event. $900 for a PS5
Pro. Yeah,
See,
man.
And what did I say? What did I say when we first talked about the Pro before it even came out?
What did you say? I don't
I
remember.
said none of y'all should be buying this. I know
Oh.
I'm not. I mean, eventually I will get one.
I mean, if you didn't have a PlayStation, it made sense to buy one.
No,
At
it
the
still
time.
didn't. It still didn't make sense.
If you didn't
Because
own one already?
who has a 4K who in their right mind has a 4K television in their house?
I would hope everyone, as much as I see online, everyone talks about 4K. I guess,
I don't even have a 4K television.
I guess mine are 4K or upgrades. I don't know. I don't care. My eyesight
Right.
ain't even.
Well, I mean, unless you're an artist,
Yeah.
you are not going to see a difference.
Not
I mean,
really.
you'll see some clarity. Don't get me wrong. You'll see some clarity
If they do it correctly.
if you do it correctly. Yes, but let's be real. I mean, okay. I remember when everyone had LCDs in the house. I remember when everyone had LED in the house.
Yeah.
And then now it's 4K.
Yeah.
And a lot of these televisions don't even display 4K properly,
they
though. That's
don't.
the thing.
They claim they do, but they're all upscaling. But yeah.
Right. You gotta pay thousands of dollars to actually get a 4K television.
Yeah. Have your 4K or your console or whatever.
Or what's the new one now? The OLED?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, an OLED isn't even new either.
Mm-mm.
OLED's been out for a while. Like what? Samsung was actually doing OLED at
A long time ago.
yeah, a long time ago. The AMOLED screens. But yeah, $900, bro. What are they
Ain't for me.
thinking?
Someone gonna buy them.
Yeah, someone's got fucking
I mean,
money.
I'm sure there were people out there buying base PS5 for $900 when they came out. So I mean,
Yeah, they were dumb. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Just because I worked at a game store at the time.
yeah.
Hey, I lucked up, right? I am one of the fortunate ones to get one for, and if y'all want to come fight me in the streets, fine, but $121.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, less than that. I think I only bought it for like $118 because
Mm-hmm.
I traded in my PS4
Oh, you traded in your stuff.
I
Gotcha,
traded.
gotcha.
All I did was trade in my PS4 and 2 controllers,
Mm-hmm.
and that brought it down so much because PS4s, and I had a PS4 Pro at the time.
Pro, Slim.
No, it was Pro.
Did they have 3 different?
Yeah, they had the
Jeez.
original, Slim, and the Pro. I had the Pro because at the time when the Pro was being sold, you had to get the Red Dead 2 bundle.
Okay.
And I'll be real, I liked Red Dead, and I wanted Red Dead 2, and that was the only way I was going to get it. And I said, sign me up. I'm going to do it.
Oh, now it makes sense why the whole launch console for GTA 6. Okay.
Wait, what?
Rockstar.
What do you mean?
Oh, how Red Dead 2 came with the
Oh, with the
PlayStation?
PS4 Pro? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Makes sense how the quote-unquote next PlayStation will come with GTA 6.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. But, I mean, I look at it, and it's like, well, I mean, now it's not even feasible. I mean, no, you know what? I still think it's feasible you get a PC. To be honest, I mean, even though like the RAM is outrageous.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's what I was saying. Like, they're just going to make these prices so high, just might as well get a PC.
yeah, it's gonna be these prices are gonna be the new standard, unfortunately.
I mean, Sony's going to what? Did Sony stop making PCs?
Sony, did they? They made laptops. I know that.
Laptop. I don't know, but yeah, these prices are.
Well, I mean, I have other things to say. Just this isn't the platform for it, though. It is not. It is not. Now on to the main event.
The main event.
Ooh, all right. I don't know what we were doing.
I don't know. Having fun. So I guess we'll, I don't know, talk about Sonic the Hedgehog.
My blue hedgehog.
So when did you, or when were you first introduced to Sonic the Hedgehog? If you can remember.
Oh, I can. The first time I actually played the original Sonic the Hedgehog, and this is the only time I've played the original one until recently with Sonic Origins Plus.
Mm-hmm.
I played the original Sonic on Game Gear.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Did I beat it? Nope. Did I know what I was doing? Nope.
Nope.
But I played it, and I enjoyed it.
Yes. I think I'm right there with you.
Yeah, I think...
I mean, as far as playing it, but...
Yeah. I think it was, from what I could tell, it was a good game at the time. Again, I didn't have too much stock in the first one.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that, and then we had the Sonic cartoon show. Came on Saturday morning cartoons. Let me wet my whistle.
Oh my god.
The Saturday morning cartoons. But yeah, that was my first exposure to Sonic.
Okay. My exposure was Sonic 2, which came out in...
Was it 91, 92? No. Was it 92?
Yeah, 92.
92,
Came out in 92, and the only reason was because it was the packing game for the Sega Genesis. I guess when they redesigned it to like the smaller Genesis,
Yeah.
and like
The more popular one
Yeah.
people would discuss with you,
the I don't know, what was I? How old was I? 8 at the time, so I had no idea as to how sequels worked.
though.
So I had no idea there was a first one out there.
Yeah, it was just Sonic 2.
I just know it. So I was like, oh yeah, Sonic 2. And then I don't know, probably went to a friend's house. I was like, oh, they have a first one?
Mm-hmm.
And I think I enjoyed it.
The first one?
Yeah,
Yeah, the first one was pretty bare
I think
bones
it was
for the most part.
different because it didn't have his little charge dash thing.
Yeah, spin dash.
Yeah, spin dash. Yes.
Yeah, spin dash. Love the spin dash.
It was still fun.
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Do I remember? I don't know. I don't remember beating them.
Any of them?
Doesn't come to mind. Maybe.
I remember.
Maybe not.
I remember the first Sonic game that I technically witnessed being beat. Lamar beat it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was actually a pretty... Because we'd always got to this level, right? Like, the three of us, between me, Ree, and Lamar, we would play it. And, well, Ree wasn't that good at the game at the time, because he was just little. You know, we play it, we would get to a certain point, and then the stuff I got all tied up with, I just had him do, and he would beat it. And then we would always get to that last part. We had to fight that big-ass thing, that big-ass Eggman.
Dr. Eggman.
Or Dr. Robotnik for us old folk.
So, what was it? They call them Eggman over there. We got Robotnik over here.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
What was it? I'm waiting. If y'all know the show, you know. But yeah, so you got introduced Sonic 2, but yeah, we would do that, but I witnessed it being beat, and that was the first Sonic I've seen beat.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, yeah, I didn't play any of the other Sonics until later on in life.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's start with the first one. Let's go through some stages. So, do you remember any of the stages that popped out in the first one?
No. It's been so long for me.
Okay, well, I don't remember any of them either. So, let's just go to the second one.
I mean, they're all, side-scrolling platform. 2D platform. But yeah, second one, do you remember? Tails. Like, here, take the 2-player controller. You can control Tails. So I always thought that was pretty cool.
I thought it was cool that you could use Tails as a sidekick when you played the second one. But that was so annoying at the same time, because that man died like every 2 seconds. Now, did he take some bullets for you? Yes, he did.
He sure did.
Yes, he did. And you want to know something? That's just like dropping Yoshi off the cliff. Every time.
Well, okay. Yeah, I guess.
So... All right, we're gonna start with Sonic 2, because Sonic 1 was it's a staple. Don't get me wrong, but I don't have too much recollection of it. And like I said, I recently just played it again, not too long ago, and I beat it. I beat it with Herc. So Herc is our, and if I didn't say this before, Herc is our nephew. He's very big into games as well. He can thank his uncles for that. But we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna go into some of these levels in Sonic 2. So, we have, going from beginning to end, we have Emerald Hill Zone, Chemical Plant Zone, Aquatic Ruin Zone.
Oh, the water levels.
I loved that one, though.
Those always
Casino
gave me the
Night
sweats.
Zone. What's up?
The water level.
They always make everybody sweat. It's just like the water temple in Zelda.
Oh my gosh.
All we have to do is put on the iron boots and go down. That's all we have to do. Here we are going in circles.
Yeah.
What did I say? Casino Night Zone? Alright, we got Hilltop Zone, Mystic Cave Zone, Oil Ocean Zone, one of my favorites, Metropolis Zone, Sky Chase Zone, Wing Fortress Zone, Death Egg Zone, and then there's the special stage. I don't know what the special stage is. I don't think I ever hit it. So any of those zones ring a bell to you?
For 2, yeah, they all do. Yes.
What was your favorite?
I don't know if I had a favorite. I just know when you get somewhere like, oh yeah, I remember this one. But yeah, I don't recall ever having a favorite, since it was kind of just let me get from point A to point B, beat the boss,
Call it a day.
Yeah, because nothing really.
Like, you didn't have one that had like a good soundtrack. You know me and soundtracks,
Well,
man.
they all had a great soundtrack.
Some of them did.
Which one didn't?
I mean, Emerald Hill Zone, I didn't really care for that one.
Okay.
But I mean, it is a classic one, because any, like, what happened? Oh,
Case drop.
they shooting.
I made you look.
So Emerald Hill Zone, like, it's not my favorite soundtrack on the game. But if you go back to, if anyone watches Terminal Montage with his, like, first and second Sonic compilations, that has that song in the background for the second Sonic 2, or the second Sonic one he made. And I was like, oh, instant like nostalgia. Instant like, oh, you taking me back now.
Yeah.
So I guess Emerald Hill is more of like a reference to innocence, I guess, for me, you know.
Yeah.
But Chemical Plant, come on, dude.
I guess.
Chemical Plant Zone? You didn't like the music for that one?
I told you I enjoyed them all.
But you don't have a favorite?
No
That's
favorite.
crazy.
No favorite.
That's crazy. So I mean, I guess we can go into them a little bit. So Emerald Hill Zone was, you know, basically your basic Green Hill Zone, but just Emerald. I don't know why
like,
they didn't say
most
Green
of the
Hill 2.
stages didn't really. I mean, they all had a different, you know, layout design, but they were pretty much
similar.
Yeah.
The first ones were always similar to every single one.
Go through your loops, go through avoiding your enemies, collect your rings.
100 rings gave you 1 up.
That's true.
Yeah, you do that, and then you had Chemical Hill Zone, where you're at the chemical plant, and probably one of the best songs in the game, I think, because no one can tell me that this techno beat isn't dope at all. What is this? I'm trying to work here.
Message.
It's not even a message. I don't know what the heck it is. It is people trying to get in my face, and I don't appreciate it. Give me a second. Let me get back to where I was. There we go. Yeah. So chemical plant, you had the chemical plant, obviously. You know, going through there, trying to navigate your way through the blue bubbles. The things keep dropping on you, or they keep like flipping up and down. And then basically you get to Robotnik, you beat him at that point, or Eggman, whatever you want to call him. Aquatic Ruin Zone, that one was one of my other favorites too, because of the scenery. Even though it was a water level, right? The level of detail when it came to like hitting bushes and stuff, and seeing the leaves fall off the bushes, I always like would find a spot where I could jump into bushes and then see that and then splash and then see all like see the splash of the water and stuff like that and hear all the sound effects. I don't know, maybe that was me stimming at that time. I'm not sure. But I mean it was a very like good feeling for me at that point. What do you take from Aquatic Ruin Zone? Did you have any takeaways from that one?
Just collect the coins, get to the end.
This man did not have any.
No, I was not waiting around. I was like, what do I have to do to not lose all my coins? Take down this robot.
All right. Well,
guy.
Before I go into detail on all these places, did you have any like detail that you liked about the game?
Oh, detail. You know, I enjoyed the background movie.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No, one thing I did enjoy when would be stop moving the character and kind of see what animations they did.
Oh, yeah.
He would always Sonic would always give you that look, like, let's go.
Yeah, like, what are you doing? And I think there was one where he was like, oh, this was later. I think it was in like Sonic and Knuckles or Sonic 3, where if he stood there, he like laid down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I think it was Sonic and Knuckles, if I am thinking of the right one. Well, I guess moving on to the next.
So hold on, before we go any further, we started this off wrong.
What did we do?
We didn't even say who it was developed by, who created Sonic.
Oh shit!
We done messed it all up.
I'm sorry.
We're gonna go back. Oh, it's not your fault. So Sonic was created by Yuji Naka, Naoto Oshirima. Probably got that one wrong, and Hirokazu Yashahura. So those are the gentlemen
All
behind
right, flip
Sonic.
it to me and see. Let me see if you got that right. Because you know me. You know me. I'm
Make
big
sure
on names.
nothing's gonna disconnect.
I'm sorry. All right, so we got, where are they at? Yuji Naka. Yeah, you got that right.
You always have to correct me all the time.
Hold on. Let me check here. Let me check. Naoto Oshima main. Okay, yeah, you had the Oshima right, but Naoto you pretty much had that correct.
See, man, I be trying.
And then Hirokazu Yashuhara.
Yashuhara. But those were the brains behind creating our lovely blue hedgehog.
Okay, well, I mean, what went into this production? Do you know?
They just wanted someone to compete with Mario. They were like, we need a mascot.
So all right. So given that we know that's what they're looking for, do you think that he's doing a good job? That they're doing a good job of competing with Mario?
I believe so. He's been around for. When we decided to do this, like, oh my gosh, he's been around forever. Because when you think of Sega, who do you think of, or what do you think of?
Sega Sports, NBA 2K.
You don't think of Sonic at all?
You know what?
Sonic doesn't cross
if
your
I
mind?
if I were younger, yes.
Okay.
Seeing that Sonic at one point was very inconsistent, because I think it was after Sonic and Knuckles, there was a long lull before
After that,
we made a 3D jump.
yes, there was. I think they were. That's when Sega was going through their power struggle.
Yeah, between Sega of America and Sega of Japan. Yeah,
because they were pumping games out.
Check out that podcast episode on Sega Genesis.
Yes, because we got what? We got Sonic in 91, Sonic 2 in 92, Sonic the Hedgehog CD, I guess, in 93.
which will be the next one we'll talk about.
Sonic Chaos in 93, Sonic the Hedgehog in 94, Sonic and Knuckles in 94. Like, they were just dropping Sonic and anything and everything.
Yeah, because, I mean, they were trying to, like you said, compete with Mario. Mario was dropping anything and everything at that point.
That's true.
You had Mario Brothers. You had Mario Brothers 2. You had Mario Brothers 3. You had Mario Brothers Lost Levels. You had Super Mario World. You had Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island. You had Super Mario All-Stars. What else? Where's Mario?
How fast these companies moved.
Yeah. Where's Mario? Or Mario's missing? One of the two?
Mario's missing.
Mario's missing. And that was supposed to be a fucking historic, like, educational game. Which was weird.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it was cool. It was a cool concept. You had Mario's missing. You had, after that, what was after that? Super Nintendo. And then you had N64. So you had Mario 64.
Mm-hmm.
And then you had Paper Mario. And then you had, I'm trying to think. Then you had Mario Kart. Mario Kart was on Super Nintendo and on N64.
Mario Kart.
And Mario Kart's, where's that?
All right, back to Sonic.
Yeah, sorry.
No, but I just remember having Sonic CD,
I remember that too.
and I was just like, I don't know, I think I used to always, before school, boot the game up, because there was a trick you could do, or maybe it was a save point, where you can become Super Sonic. When Sonic goes Super Saiyan.
Oh, yeah. We can thank all of Dragon Ball for anything that goes blonde nowadays. Thank you, Dragon Ball. And that is not a knock. That is genuine. Very genuine.
But yeah, so scrolling through the list, I was like, dang. Especially after Sonic and Knuckles, mid-90s.
Yeah. And Sonic and Knuckles, I mean that's a game. That's a game in itself. We'll get to that in a minute. There's some lore behind that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, anything more we have to say about the production team or anything that they obviously do we think they accomplished their goal?
I do. I feel that.
I think yes and no.
Why?
And here's my reasoning. I think because yes, they wanted to have another mascot, and they did. Sega will always be known for Sonic the Hedgehog.
Before you go further,
Mm-hmm.
Sonic was going to be a rabbit, but it changed or evolved into a hedgehog.
That's why we have Cream.
Have what?
Cream.
Cream?
Cream is a character that we will talk about
okay.
in the 3D
Mm-hmm.
stages of Sonic on our next episode of Dragon Ball Z. I think what was I saying? First off, him being a rabbit, why?
I don't know.
Do we all remember that the hair lost to the tortoise, right?
Yes, we do. But that idea was rejected because, they wanted something that represented their powerful, fast system. So that's why they ended up with the hedgehog. So, hey.
We do know they don't move very fast at all. I mean, they move, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
And for the longest time, I thought hedgehogs actually moved pretty quick.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to talk in relatively speaking, yes, they do move pretty quick, but not at Mach speeds. Get the fuck out of here, man.
It's for the children. The children.
Well, you know what? Look,
Wu-Tang is for the kids.
Wu-Tang forever. But yeah, I think they accomplished it because they have the mascot, but I don't think they accomplished it because the games were hit and miss.
Now,
Oh,
games
shit.
being hit and miss, do you think that is a product of the demographic that they were going for? I won't say aged out, but just, I guess we should have looked to see who created the games, because I know most of them were done by the Sonic team, but you know how they license characters out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's look it up because here's my thing. While you're doing that. So if we're talking about the 2D era of Sonic, I do believe that they succeeded in doing what they needed to do as a mascot and as a staple game for the Sega Genesis for the sheer fact that A, it was consistent, B, they came out in timely manners, C, the stories connected, right? And D, everybody and their grandmother knew about Sonic.
Yes.
So if you were to play the game and you, just like Mario, if you were to play a Mario game, you walk down the street, you find a random stranger and be like, hey, you played Mario before? 9 times out of 10, they're going to say yes, right? And Sonic was the same way. You had a Sega Genesis, or a Game Gear, or anything Sega related.
I mean, on one hand, I think that was a pack-in game, so it's kind of had no choice.
Well, I mean, Super Mario was a pack-in game.
Yeah, so I mean, it was always there. I won't say shoved in your face, but yeah.
But I mean, they marketed both of them very well too. At the time when marketing, I guess, wasn't expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it still was expensive relatively, but now you're paying millions of dollars just to get a commercial on the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Let alone that. But I think they did do their due diligence on the 2D era of games. Now, if you're looking at the jump from 3D, this is where it kind of got faulty, because, and I don't want to get into it too much, but I'll hit on a couple points. Sonic Adventure, for instance, that was the first 3D Sonic. Nope, second one, because the first 3D Sonic was Sonic 3D Blast for the Sega Genesis and Sega Saturn.
Mm-hmm.
both actually had two different scores or two different soundtracks. By the way, all fire. By the way, was that my favorite game? God forbid, no. Like actually, I did not like the game, and then also I got headaches when I played it.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. Weird enough, but I got headaches for some odd reason or another, and maybe it was the color palettes and stuff. But I could only play that game for like short periods of time, and then I had to stop. Yeah, odd, but I'm an odd person as well. But if you're referring to Sonic Adventure, think about it. How many characters were in Sonic Adventure? 6?
You know what? I don't think I made it that far.
No, because we beat it together.
Did we?
Yes, we did.
Or did I watch you?
No, you played most of it. You played most of it.
Are you sure? I don't
Yes,
think that was me.
Yes, it was you. Yes, it was. Because remember, we'd have to fight to get in your room to go ahead and watch you play it. Because the Dreamcast was in your room.
I don't remember having Sonic, though.
We rented it, brother. We rented it numerous times.
Did I play it? I swear, I don't remember.
Oh, my Lord. All right, boys and girls. So let's we're going to jump ahead a little bit here before we go back to the 2Ds. So we played Sonic Adventure.
Late 90s, okay.
Yes, because that's when we got the Dreamcast. And you remember Dad? Oh, you know what? Also, I think we should do an episode of Blockbuster. But that's just me.
Mm-hmm.
You agree with that?
Yeah. Blockbuster is great. I love Blockbuster.
You agree with me, everybody. This is noted now. This is noted. Remember Dad would always take us to Blockbuster every Friday.
Yeah.
Where we get Blockbuster and pizza. Then you would get your pineapple and ham. And I would get my cheese. And Reed would get whatever he got. I think he did pepperoni.
Pizza Hut?
Pizza Hut. Yeah, we were a Pizza Hut family. I remember that.
Gosh, I still
Stuffed crust.
can't believe I was gullible that one time. Made me order anchovies.
Who did that?
Erlon.
Wait, what?
Yeah, man.
Wait a minute. Hold on. I don't remember this. I don't remember. What happened?
We had money for pizza. I don't know. He was crying. Wanted something. I was like, I want anchovy. Like, all right, fine. It's like, whatever. Here you go.
Was I even there for this? I don't think so. I don't think I was there for that. I don't remember that at all.
But of course, the pizza shows up. He doesn't want to eat it. I was like, whatever.
Wait a minute. So he wanted anchovies on his pizza.
Yeah.
He looked at it and was like, nope.
Yeah.
And called it a day.
Call it a day.
Oh man, it's all right. So gotta kind of give some backstory on. Oh Jesus Lord. Kind of give some backstory on Sonic Adventure for the second 3D 3D game for the Sonic platform, but the first for the Dreamcast. Yeah, we rented it one night. This was at Appalachian.
Oh, okay.
Appalachian. And then, yeah, it was Appalachian because when we went to Sweet Bay after that, we had the Dreamcast in our room because you were like, man, I don't want it anymore. Well, it's not that you didn't want it, you just didn't want it in the room anymore because you were playing your GameCube and PlayStation 2s and all the rest of that good stuff. So we had the Dreamcast. And Reed kind of finagled somebody to get that game or whatever it was. I think he borrowed it.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just, you know how it was. You borrowed a game, you owned it.
Yeah.
That's just what it was. I mean, I think a lot of you all can relate to that. But anyway, so we were at Appalachian, we were playing the game, and we rented it. And I remember we were playing the game, and you played as Sonic. And I was watching you play it anyway. I don't think Reed really came to watch you play too much. I think I was the only one that did that. Because he was either playing with his friends or playing his own games. Reed's genre in games are a bit different than me and Eric's. Although we do play different things as well, like we all branch out and we do puzzles, RPGs, and all the rest of good stuff, but we don't Yeah, Reed just had a whole set of games that he played by himself, and those were like the MOBAs and the MMOs and all the rest of that good stuff. I didn't really get down with the MMOs. I did buy 2 of them though that I want to try. And one was New World, and the other one was what's the other one? Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 14.
Mm-hmm.
So I have those, and I'm scared to play them because I know they're like hour dumps. But we played. I remember you played the Sonic part of the game, and then you were like, we beat it. You know, the credits came up, and then you were like, "What? We didn't beat the game? We had to play all these characters?" Because you had the big cat.
Yeah.
I guess that was his name, Big Cat. You had Amy. You had Tails, Knuckles.
I'm watching gameplay, trying to see if I can recollect anything.
Oh my god, I can't believe it. I remember like it was yesterday. So you had Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Amy.
Hold on.
Amy.
Yeah. Sonic,
Big Cat,
Tails, Knuckles, Amy, Big Cat, then
and
what is it?
Beta,
E102Y or something?
Yeah.
Beta.
E102. No, not Beta. Alpha.
Alpha.
Gamma. Y is Gamma.
Okay.
So, yeah, we had. You know what? Fuck it. We might as well just go through the whole timeline tonight if we're gonna be talking about this. Jesus Christ.
I don't know. I guess you'll know it more than me. I just remember the early '90s.
Okay, well, we'll go into this and we'll go back to Sonic 3 because we need to get to there, or Sonic CD first and then Sonic 3.
Mm-hmm.
So you were playing the game, and then we had eventually figured out that you had to play all the characters. So then we would play all the characters. You had me play like a couple levels here and there, but Sonic having that hub world and all the rest of the good stuff was really cool. I thought. We're not going too much into that, but basically. It took us all like 2 days to beat the game. It was like we got it that night, and then we beat it like that next evening. You don't remember playing?
No.
You don't remember? All right, so this is crazy because I remember like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
So,
But it's always great.
huh?
It's always great trying to remember. Like, hey.
You know what? And it's always. And I feel like it's always like that between you and I. You don't remember stuff. Dad does the same fucking thing to me.
Does he?
Yes, he does. Because I remember I showed him. I was like, "You remember this box?" I showed him the Dreamcast box that I bought before I moved back.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Well, I didn't buy the box. I bought the system, but it came with the original box. Just letting everyone know." So I was like, "Hey, you remember this box?" And he was like, he looked at it and he goes, "The hell is that?" I was like, "Dad, this is the Dreamcast you bought us like back in the day." He's like, "What's a Dreamcast?" I'm like,
Oh my gosh.
"Dad, are you serious? Are you serious right now?" He was like, "I don't remember." I was like, "Dad, this was the game you bought, like the NFL 2K and the NBA 2K. You remember that?" Vaguely. I was like, "Dad, no." Are you serious right now? Like, I remember you played it with us and everything.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I don't remember that. Yeah, between you and him, y'all pissed me off with that. But yeah, I remember I was coaching you through because we were trying to figure out why we weren't able to. Because we would, you know how like, I don't even know if you remember. I have to explain it to you. So, you became Supersonic when you beat up all the stuff, and you had to play Sonic again, right?
Mm-hmm.
You became Supersonic, and you were fighting Chaos, and then Chaos with that big water monster. And when you're Supersonic, well, you know this because you taught me this. Because I had asked you, I remember asking you, like, how come you're losing your rings? And he's like, well, when you're Supersonic, you got
rings go down.
Yeah, your rings go down. I was like, oh, I didn't know that because I never was Supersonic in any other games. So, what was it? You had to hit like the speed things or something like that. There was something you had to hit, and you had to hit it consistently in order to gain enough speed to hit the brain of Chaos.
Oh, I don't remember.
Oh, see, goddamn. I'm over here like explaining everything, and I know somebody out there is like feeling my pain right now. But anyway, because I was like, coach, because like you didn't know what to do, and I didn't know what to do, and I was like, oh, well, maybe if you do this, and you kind of you did it, and you were like, man, no, that's not gonna work. And then I was like, oh, what if you do this? And then you were like, no, that's not gonna work either. And I was like, well,
Did you end up doing it?
No, you did it still, but you found out how to do it. I can't remember what it was. I think you had to hit like some platforms or something like that, and you couldn't like hit whatever like obstacles were in the way because it slowed you down.
Mm-hmm. Oh, so you had to hit X amount of what gates and certain amount of time.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was the first. That was like the first time. That was like the first time we played through a game in such a short period of time and beat it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, I wouldn't say we, because you played most of it, but I mean, just me observing. But yeah, that was the shit. Like, that was what really like set me over the edge of liking Sonic. And this was before I even played 3, because I had played Sonic and Knuckles already before that, but I never played 3, and I never played CD. No, I played CD with you. I played CD with you because of the whole time change.
I know I had it for a while, then I got rid of them, or did something.
Well, they were on PC.
Were they on PC?
Yeah, when you had that. But I mean, I have Origins Plus, so if you want to borrow that, you're more than welcome to, and you can play Sonic CD. Or I mean, you can just have it. It's in the family. I can always come and get it.
I just remember having a giant contraption.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that fucking contraption. Jesus. But yeah, sorry. This is a long tangent of a story, but yeah, we spent long hours trying to play that game and eventually beat it within like a day and a half. Something like that. A day, I think it was. But yeah, that was a good time, man. That brings me back now that I think about it. I was elementary school at the time. I was getting ready to graduate. The class of 2000. Mm-hmm. Damn, I'm old as fuck.
Thanks, I feel better.
You know, class of 2000. We just beat the first major 3D Sonic game that came out on the Sega Dreamcast. So I mean, it was a good accomplishment. It was a good accomplishment. But I cannot believe you don't remember anything about that game.
No.
That kind of hurts my soul. Not gonna lie.
How do you think I feel? It's like, wait a minute, why is this blocked out?
I don't know. That was a fun time. That was a fun time in my life. I was like, yeah, I'm playing some video games with my brother.
Mm-hmm.
This is good stuff. Even though every once in a while he'll kick me out the room. Or if I fall asleep, get out. You fall asleep, you can't stay here. You gotta go to your room. Like, fuck. Okay, fine. No, I'm up, I swear. Fall right back asleep again. Yeah. And then you're like, all right, you gotta go. So I remember there was a rule. You couldn't bring blankets and pillows.
Oh my gosh.
Couldn't bring blankets and pillows. Yeah, fuck you, man.
You're gonna come in here and you're gonna freeze.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't even so much
comfort for you.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't remember. I think it was hot in your rooms. No, it was hot in my rooms, for sure. Mm-hmm. But I don't ever remember thinking it was hot in your room. But I just came in there to watch it. You know what I mean? And wanted to be comfy and ended up falling asleep. So what do you want me to do about it? Oh boy. All right. Sonic CD is next. Let me get my notes.
Oh, yes. Taking on Metal Sonic. So, I was going through and I don't remember Amy Rose at all in Sonic CD.
She was in the beginning.
I was like, who is this person?
She was in the beginning. Because if you remember... sorry, I had a brain fart. Not the first level, but I think it was the second. She followed you. I think it was the second level, or maybe, the second level. Or the second zone, anyway. She followed you.
Mm-hmm.
And, you would lose her from time to time and all the rest of good stuff, right? And if you went to a different time zone, because that was the big thing about Sonic CD, you could travel to the past, present, or future. And it would change the dynamic of the level, and it also changed the soundtrack of the level as well. And it was awesome. That was probably one of the biggest things. I remember you had it on the PC,
mm-hmm.
and I remember playing it there. And what really stood out to me was the intro. Sonic boom, Sonic boom, Sonic boom. So I remember that. That was a really great intro. But she would follow you until the end of one of the levels, and then at the beginning or either the end of the next level, and don't quote me on it, she gets kidnapped by Middle Sonic.
Yes. Sorry now.
I think it was at the beginning of that level, correct?
Yeah.
Yes. So that's where you first meet Amy. And then Amy comes back in the Sonic X TV show, but we're not going to get into all that.
I don't know. I feel kind of...
Maybe we shouldn't have did Sonic today.
No, just for something that, a game that I've played so often, it's like...
Yeah, you did play it a lot. I watched you play it a
I just
lot.
don't remember Amy being in that Sonic CD.
Yeah, that was the first time we met Amy.
Oh my gosh.
It was the first time. Probably won't be the last, but it was the first time. So Sonic CD I never really beat, but I played the hell out of a lot. I did like the past, present, and future mechanics on it, because it either made the level easier or harder, depending on how you looked at it. I, again, probably made it maybe about 3 or 4 levels in and kind of got stalemated. So I think I don't remember because me and Herc were going through Sonic Origins and we were playing it. Well, kind of like what I did with you growing up, was watching you play it. He was just watching me play it, and it was nice. It kind of gave me like a like how we spent time together vibe, right? And he'd be like, "Oh, Uncle, let me try." I'm like, "Yeah, okay, fine, you can do it." See, I was nice. I let him play. And he would get it, but I think he beat that one, and I did not because I wasn't there. I was working quite often too, so when I would come home, he'd be still playing it, and then we'd take turns playing. But I think he did beat that one, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember too much of it. This was recently. This was the last couple of years. But yeah, give me your takeaways on Sonic CD. What were your favorite things about that?
Besides going Super Saiyan?
Yeah, well,
that was it. Like I said, I remember I used to...
You're a very simple man.
I remember I would like boot the game up. I don't know if I knew maybe I knew a code, and it put me right at the last level. Then I'll do what I needed to do, just become Super Sonic. Because I thought that was just the coolest thing.
Yeah, I mean, it is cool being a Super Saiyan, for sure. Because we all want to be a Super Saiyan. It's a 38-year-old man. I wish my locks can still go blonde and have blue eyes. And fuck people up. But now I go to jail for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sonic CD was really good in my opinion. When it came to originality.
Yes.
The levels were very...
It still felt like 2 to me, so I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, it's the same concept, but the levels were a bit more thought out. Like it was like you had... So you look at it as if it... I look at it in 2 ways, right? So you had the past, present, future. And then you had different ways of going out throughout the level. There was different levels upon the timelines. So you almost had like multiple ways to get through a level. And that was kind of the first time I would say like you could have kind of free reign on how you do things in Sonic. And also it kind of slowed the game down a bit because there were more obstacles that stopped you from jumping in time, as opposed to Sonic 2 where there's like nothing but fucking straightaways.
Yeah.
And you could easily jump time if that was a mechanic in the game. However, Sonic CD kind of made you think about what you were going to do, but still doing it at high speed. So that's where I think the difficulty in that game came, for the most part. And that's where I felt the bosses were more... the dynamic of the bosses in that game were more intricate. what was that one? I can't remember specifically what level it was. But I remember you had to go down something, and then you kind of see Robotnik fly past you, and you had to go down and around and up something in order to get to where he was. And I was like, oh wow, I have to go through this whole maze to get to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like that's different. Because now it kind of gives you a whole perspective of, okay, I'm not running into the open and running into him. Now I'm actually like having to get to certain places in order to get to this boss. So now I have to think, and then now I have to think more on how I'm supposed to defeat him.
Yeah.
So Sonic CD kind of gave you more of a, it kind of had a puzzle to it, but not really a puzzle. But it kind of gave you some thought behind what you're doing, and okay, if I want to go to the future, past, or present, where can I do this at? What's going to be easiest for me? Or where do I want to challenge? You know what I mean? So Sonic CD had so many different facets that you could utilize in the mechanics of the game. And I think that's where I think Sonic CD stood out over the other Sonic games, in my opinion.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I can see that.
You just wanted to go Super Saiyan.
I did. That's it.
So then there's Sonic CD.
I mean, they had more. They could do more with this Sonic CD compared to what they could do with the cartridge. The capabilities.
Yeah, because it was only on PC, was it not?
What do you mean PC?
It was only on PC.
Brother, on the contraption.
What contraption?
Big Sonic, or not Sonic, the Sega CD.
Oh, it was on the Sega CD, was it not?
Yeah. That's why I'm like, PC? What do you mean PC?
When we played it, that was the first time I played it on. It was on the PC. We didn't have a Sega CD. We didn't have a Sega CD.
That's what I was trying to remember. When did I get rid of it? Because I know I had it at one point.
Wait, that's right. You did have a Sega CD. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, that was well before we came around then.
Okay.
That had to have been, because I don't remember you having the Sega CD at all.
Okay.
At all. I remember the Sega Saturn and the PlayStation. Those were only two. Unless that was on Sega Saturn too. I'm sure it was.
Oh, the Sonic CD?
Yeah.
Actually?
I'm sure it was. Because I would be hard pressed. Because I know Sonic 3D Blast was I think it was was it a launch title for the Sega Saturn?
3D Blast.
Yeah. Or was it one of the? I know it was one of the first games that came out. I don't know if it was a launch title.
No, Sonic CD just on the Sega CD, Windows. Then eventually make its way to PlayStation, Xbox.
Yep.
Apple, Android.
Sonic Origins.
Oh yeah, and Apple Oranges. I have Sonic CD on my phone right now, actually. When I play it from time to time. It's a nice little time burner. Excuse me. All right, are we moving onward from Sonic?
Yeah,
CD?
man, we can move on.
Yeah, because you want to know something? You can't give me nothing right now. Nothing. Nothing.
No.
All right. Next.
So this where, I don't know, my love for Sonic kind of, what are we at, 93?
Yeah. We're at 93.
Well, then we got Sonic the Hedgehog 3 in 94. Then Sonic and Knuckles in the end of 94. But in between them, we got Sonic Chaos. I don't think I ever played Sonic Chaos.
Wasn't that no, that was Sonic Spinball.
That is my game. I love playing Sonic Spinball.
Really?
Yeah, man.
You know what? When I remember,
so much fun.
I remember when I was younger, and I remember we rented that game. Lamar rented it, if I remember correctly, and I thought it was like going to be like one of the Sonic games that we played before. Was it on Super Nintendo? No.
No.
It was on Sega Genesis. So why would I think it was on Super Nintendo? It might have been a different game I was thinking of. But I do remember Sonic Spinball, and I was so disappointed. So disappointed because I thought it was an adventure game like most Sonic games were. And it's like, no, here's your first spin-off you get to experience. It's like, no, fuck this shit. I'm going to flip the table and call it a day. No. Mm-mm. As soon as I saw, like, you, like, shot out of a fucking garbage can and you're jumping around into, like, a bunch of tires and water and goop everywhere. And I was like, no, this ain't it, man. This ain't it.
Like it. You weren't having it.
No, I was not having it. As soon as I saw what it was, I was like, it took me a minute too, because I was like, okay, yeah, maybe it's different. I mean, obviously different take on Sonic.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, maybe we'll get to the actual like stuff here soon, because I mean, it still had that 2D platform kind of look to it. I mean, the character was a lot smaller too, so I was like, oh, okay, whatever. And I think about maybe 20 minutes in, and I was like, nope, this ain't it. This ain't it. I want nothing to do with it. So anyway, you got the floor on Spinball, so you tell me about that, because I didn't play much of it.
It was just like, playing pinball. You'd go through the level trying to get the Chaos Emerald, like you always do. That's a game that I have not beat yet.
Mm-hmm.
I still try to every time, but each time I go all in, I get one step closer. Oh, what was I playing it on recently? Because I picked it up and I was like, oh, that's right. It's one of those Sega collection games that was on. But yeah, that's pretty much Sonic Spinball.
Oh, well.
It's just like a pinball game, but, themed with Sonic. I don't know. Theme with Sonic background, I guess.
Yeah, well, not the game for me. So I ain't doing that shit. I was so hot when I saw that, man.
Were you?
I was very disappointed, actually. I think that was the first time I ever been disappointed in a video game at that age. Because, I was we play pretty much every genre.
Mm-hmm.
Pinball's not one for me.
Oh, you never.
No, I mean, I played the Pinball PX or whatever that was on the computer.
Everyone's introduction to their computer. It's a free game.
Yeah,
Pinball.
Microsoft Sam, all that good stuff. But yeah, that wasn't it. But what was the other spinoff that came out? You said, which one was it? Not Spinball. What would we say?
Oh, Sonic Chaos.
Chaos, yeah. So I think, is that with the Chaotix, correct? Because I don't think I played that one.
No, I'm not sure. I didn't play it. When I was looking through the games, I was like, I don't remember this at all.
I think that was Sonic Chaos. What was Sonic Chaos? Let me double. Because I think I've seen it before.
It was for the Master System and the Game Gear.
Oh, you want to know why? Because I have it. That's why. I have it and I never played it. So yeah, Master System, Game Gear. I think this was when Tails. No. There was a game where Tails actually kind of had his own little thing.
Yeah, like Tails Adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah, come out the mid-90s. Tails Adventure.
Let me see.
But that was another game for the Game Gear. But yeah, my love for Sonic kind of fell off at this point. What do we have? PlayStation at this time?
What year? 95?
Mid-90s, yeah.
Yeah, PlayStation, yep.
Yeah,
PlayStation and Sega Saturn.
Sega Saturn.
Apparently Sonic Chaos took place before Sonic 2.
Okay.
And Sonic Triple Trouble took place after after Sonic Chaos. So also between Sonic 2. So mind you, we're just doing the main games. We're not doing the side quests. So just so y'all know,
Side quests.
not doing the side quests. I mean, if y'all want that, y'all can request that from us, and then we can go ahead and do a deep dive and go play those games. So we have them. We just, we're just talking about the main stuff and kind of what we experienced growing up. But Sonic 3. I loved it.
Did you?
I played it recently, within the last couple of years. It wasn't a game that I grew up with. However,
Why do I feel like Sonic and Knuckles? I don't know. Some reason my dates are reversed. Because even though Sonic 3 came out in February '94, I feel like maybe I didn't play, or maybe I purchased it after. But Sonic and Knuckles came out in October '94. But I feel like I played Sonic and Knuckles first before I played 3.
yeah, that's true. Because we played Sonic and Knuckles first before 3. And I'll tell you why. Because Sonic and Knuckles is actually Sonic 3.
Is it? Okay.
So Sonic 3 is the first half of... So all of Sonic 3 is the first half of Sonic 3. Sonic and Knuckles is the last half of Sonic 3. The only reason why they made it Sonic and Knuckles was because they had a partnership with Cup Noodle. Sega did. And they didn't get the sponsorship or the partnership inked in time.
Okay.
So
that's what happened.
What they did was they released the first half of Sonic 3, and then Sonic and Knuckles was the last half, if I'm not mistaken. And maybe someone can quote me on that because I'm tired as hell. But
that explain why we got 2 games in 1 year.
Yeah. So it's actually considered one game, and I think on Sonic Origins Plus, I think it shares something like that, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they were waiting to ink a sponsorship, and they didn't get it in time.
So they cut the game in half. So maybe it's always been this way with games.
Possible.
Cutting content.
Possible. I mean, there's probably a lot of content. I mean, and that's probably why some of these games are $400,000, $50, $60 million, because what a number I just pulled out. Because all the cut content that's in it. I mean, we still haven't done Mind's Eye yet, but hey, whatever.
We will. Yeah.
We will at some point.
I still haven't played it.
Neither have I. We have to play it together.
I think I was waiting. Yeah, I think I was waiting till we get our streaming issue situated.
I mean, it's not so much an issue, but now is an issue because I want to get this other rig set up, and I can't.
Time. Not enough of it.
Not enough of it, and too much money. But yeah, Sonic 3, I liked it. I liked the aesthetic of this one because it showed more of a maturity. It showed more of a sense of urgency, so to speak. Right? Because I believe all of this stuff took place on the same island. Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Sonic 3, all have taken place on the same island, but in different parts. So, and this is where we talked about earlier about the story. Sonic Origins Plus tells the story very well, actually, depicted through the animations once you play each game. When you play through each game, you get it's like a 20-minute, 15 or 20-minute animated. Animated.
Yeah.
Sorry, I love anime, but anyway, animated series that you watch. But yeah, I think it shows maturity. It shows like I said, the sense of urgency of what was going on. In we don't think about it as kids, but in the first act, at the beginning, when you go through that level, and then you see Dr. Robotnik's robot set the island on fire. When have you ever seen that in any of the series?
Never. I don't
Right.
think.
Right at that time. So it's just like, oh wow. You really setting this on fire at the moment. Now we're playing Mega Man X again.
Mm-hmm.
Now we're seeing people die. You know what I mean? But yeah, it did have a darker, I think, have a darker side to it without noticing, because obviously we're kids. We're just like you, just trying to get from point A to point B.
Yeah.
Right. But if you actually sit and look at it, I mean, Sonic 3 kind of gave you a bit more personality.
Gameplay now. Yeah.
Yeah, than it was gameplay. That's when you met Knuckles for the first time.
That's probably why I was getting confused. I was like, wait a minute.
Hmm.
Oh, just saying.
Oh, got
Knuckles
you.
appearing.
Because you played Sonic and Knuckles first.
Yeah.
And then you played that one and you were like, well, Knuckles was in both. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, this, I don't, did I finish Sonic 3? I did finish Sonic 3, but I just don't remember. I think the nephew already beat that one too. I don't remember too much of, like, the middle of the game. I do remember the end of the game, and I remember a lot of the beginning of the game. But yeah, it has been a while. It's been like 4 years now, so I don't remember too much about it. But what do you remember about Sonic 3?
Not much. But watching gameplay now, it's all coming back to me.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, going through, I guess, what would you call it? Like a special stage where you got to collect all the blue.
Yeah, that's the Chaos Emerald stages.
Yes, those were.
Those made you dizzy.
Yes.
I
I prefer the version from
Sonic 2.
Yeah, when you're in the tube.
What game did that? Was it Sonic Colors? Or was it Sonic Generations? I think it was Sonic Generations, where I think you had special stages like that, but you were hitting balloons instead of collecting rings. But I could be wrong. I could be very wrong which game it was. But yeah, Sonic 3 had a really good soundtrack as well. And I greatly appreciated that one. But then you say you had Sonic and Knuckles before you played Sonic? So you played Sonic and Knuckles before you played Sonic 3? Do you remember anything about Sonic and Knuckles? Oh, Christ.
I do not, sir.
So Sonic and Knuckles, I think out of all the 2Ds, was my favorite one.
Mm-hmm.
Was my favorite one. Lamar and I, again, would always play the hell out of that game after school every day. And there was no saves. No saves, and you couldn't leave the game on all day. Because then we would get chokeslammed.
They didn't even have a password system, so it was like, they didn't.
Nope, they did. The only games that had it was Mega Man at the time. And Mega Man had some Sega Genesis entries at some point. I think it was the Wily Wars that was on Sega Genesis.
Mm-hmm.
That I think it was like Mega Man's 1 through 4. I think. Don't quote me on it. But I think it was 1 through 4. But yeah, you had Sonic and Knuckles now, which is again the same game as Sonic 3, but just the extended version. Well, you start later on in the game anyway. I feel they did really good with the gameplay on both Sonic and Knuckles. The soundtrack again, fire. My favorite level was it Battery Charge or something like that? It was the second zone.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, let's not forget this. Let's not forget to pay homage. We're gonna go back again real quick. Did you know that Sonic 3, the music for Sonic 3, was also helped and composed by Michael Jackson?
No, I had no idea.
Yes. So if you...
Was he a fan? Do you know?
I don't know if he was a fan or not. But if you... was it Hydro City? if you play Hydro City, you can tell that's a Michael Jackson produced song. But yeah, Michael Jackson produced some of the soundtrack in Sonic 3. So if you were to buy any later stages of Sonic 3, like Sonic Origins or Sonic Origins Plus, you will not get the same songs.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Because they're copyrighted.
Mm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Anyway, back to Sonic and Knuckles. So, again, my favorite. I think it was Electric Battery Charge, I think it was the name of it. Now we're going back to the level. But, again, it was the maturity of the game. It was the seriousness of the game. It was like where you see things unfold at this point with Sonic and Knuckles. It was more fleshed out. The detail in the story without words was actually portrayed very well. As soon as you got to the ice caps, that's when shit was getting real. I mean, things were getting real the whole game, but when you got to the ice caps, that's kind of where things were starting to, it was starting to come to a head. And then you see like the flip from what Knuckles was before when he got tricked by Dr. Eggman or Robotnik, whichever one you want to call, and realize like, oh, well, this man has been trying to steal this huge ass emerald that I've been protecting for God knows how long.
Yeah.
And
God, I forgot about that.
Yeah, you know what? See,
I forgot.
Here we go.
Eggman did a whole switcheroo on him, and he was like, "Oh, it's like that now."
He's like, "We're teaming up. Let's do this."
Yeah.
Oh no. But then yeah, like the last levels were really fleshed out really well. I think they had a very good design about them, especially the Sky Fortress. That was my favorite one. That was my favorite level of Sky Fortress. Because I love the song, and I love the fact that like you were in the sky, and it was fast paced, and then you were using clouds to jump off of things, and you're climbing on, you're platforming with like bars and everything like that. I thought that was good, but the music made it all the better. Made it all the better.
All the games better. Yeah.
Well, I mean, just in the situation itself, you know, you're traveling to the Death Egg. You all right? Okay. You're traveling to the Death Egg, and you know, you have the prelude before getting there, and it was just epic. It was just super epic, and then you fight Metal Sonic at that point for like what, the 5th time, something like that. And then you get to the Death Egg, and you know, you do your thing. I did not like those levels though. I think those were a little drawn out.
It's listening to you.
You know what? About had it with you. Whoever it is, thank you. Thank you. Keep that in. But the Death Egg, I think those levels were drawn out a little too long for my liking. The design of the level was good. I just think they were a little long for the most part. Both Act 1 and 2, Act 1 and 2. And then the boss was actually pretty cool too. Having to deal with, it's kind of like similar to Sonic 2, but the boss is a little bit bigger. Otherwise,
you know what? I wonder what, I don't know, ideas went through the head as far as level design. Like, did they make it long just to kind of make you frustrated as a player? Like, oh, I need to hurry up, get to the end. Or kind of add like a fatigue type thing.
Oh, it's definitely fatigue for sure. If you're playing a game that you cannot save, oh yeah, it was fatigue for sure. Because it's like, fuck, I don't want to turn this off, but I don't want to just not finish this either.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was, I would say that those two last, yeah, you know what? Now that you think about it, I think that makes a lot of sense, because Sonic's 2 level was like that. The last levels were like that.
Let's just make it a little longer for them, so they'll be fatigued when they get to the boss. Not beat it, then have to go through the game again.
Yeah, I mean, they weren't making. I mean, the only way they were making money was to buy the game.
Copy, yeah.
So why not make your money's worth by dragging it out? Because literally, like, you probably can beat a Sonic game in like less than an hour, if not an hour.
Mm-hmm.
But I just think, I can agree with that.
It's just funny. Now it feels like we would spend hours playing them. Then you see, now you watch now, and it takes like an hour to beat them. Like, damn, what the hell was I doing all this time?
Right. Well, I mean, when you're younger, the concept of time is a little different than when you're older.
That's true. Very true.
You know, I watch, like, Final Fantasy VII. Like, it took me 2.5 years to beat that game, and that's from like playing like days straight and then having days off of playing that game. And I'm talking like maybe like weeks to months, and then coming back to it and like, oh, I don't remember shit. And then so like I'm running around trying to figure stuff out. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, this makes sense.
Yeah.
I remember this. I remember that. And yeah, I think it took me that long. And then one of my favorite streamers, Caleb Hart 42. He does a speed run of it for like 15 hours.
Jeez.
And I'm like, what? And he 100%'s it too in 15 hours.
Wow.
100%. Not no, I'll just do half-ass this and get... He's collecting all the stuff. He's doing all the enemy skills. He's doing everything within 15 hours. 15 to 18 hours, something like that. So less than a day. You telling me you can go
Still
through
impressive.
a game? Yeah, it's very impressive. But you're telling me you can go through a game that takes you literally 18 hours to beat, and it took me 2-3 years to do? Nah, you can kiss ass. I'm so sick. But yeah, I think Sonic in the early years have done. I mean, for me, memories. They've made great memories, but I think has done a huge staple in the gaming community as. I'd say one of the safe go-tos at that time.
What do you mean safe? Oh, as far as playing.
As far as playing, or I mean, if you're getting it for somebody, or if you recommending a game, you can literally say, Sonic the Hedgehog. Any of the Sonic the Hedgehog's great. Well, I mean, when we get to the 3D ones, I guess we'll be a little bit more organized with that one. But when we get to the 3D ones, because I played more of those. I played more of those because that'll be easier to talk about. It's a bit different. It's not as pleasant. Not as flushed out. Not as let's just say it's a whole beast in itself. And a lot of them are hit and miss, for the most part.
Yeah.
I'm here to play Sonic games, not good games. That's what one of the YouTubers said about Sonic.
Yeah.
But you got anything else to add to Sonic and Knuckles?
No, that's it. That's all I got.
Okay. Well, that's all I got too for tonight. I gotta get back to work tomorrow.
Well, thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Well, I hope you guys enjoy that episode. We'll be back and continue the talk of Sonic the Hedgehog, and as he getting older and jumping to 3D. It's gonna be fun going through there.
Yeah, we'll have a lot more to talk about on that one for sure. Because I mean, that's kind of where we had a lot of stuff there.
Yeah, this is where, I mean, lore was always a thing, but games started implementing their techs. I guess explaining more, storytelling.
Yeah, because those other ones, the earlier ones, there wasn't really a lot of storytelling. It was kind of like you kind of depicted as you played the game.
Yes.
And then you had questions like, well, where did Knuckles come from? Like, well, what does he do? He's an echidna? What the fuck is echidna? Right.
Of course, that was we found down later down the road when they could fill it in.
Yeah. Oh, no. You remember that? No, you don't, because you remember playing the goddamn game. That's when Knuckles would say that in Sonic Adventure when you would like hit him.
No.
He'd go, "Oh no, oh no."
I still can't believe like I'm drawing a blank on that game.
You know what? I'm just gonna say this.
Sorry, brother.
It's okay. It's all right. This is what I go through on a daily basis with my brother and my dad. They don't remember shit, and it blows my mind because something could happen. This happened. What? We played these games. What? Like
years ago. So Win
20
Back.
plus?
So Win Back came back to me.
Operation Win Back, baby.
So that came back to me. I was like,
Mhm.
oh yeah. But yeah, Sonic Adventure.
Didn't we talk about Win Back and you said no? I don't remember that game.
Yeah.
You're
Then
a whore, bro.
And then
You're
I kept
such a whore.
Then I kept thinking about it. I was looking at gameplay. I was like, okay, now I remember.
Bing, bak, baka, 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 bing, baka, baka, baka.
But I don't know if the same will happen for Sonic Adventure.
You just
I
go
don't
back and watch some, and then maybe
I'll try.
Maybe it'll pop up in your mind.
Yeah.
Because we were at Appalachian when we were playing this game, man. It's when we first beat it at Appalachian.
Mm-hmm.
No,
I don't know. Maybe if I watch them, I don't know.
everybody, I'm heartbroken right now, man. Like those were some good times. I'm heartbroken. You know, you'll make it up to me.
I
It's
don't know.
fine. It's
Like
fine.
when I think of Appalachian, and I think of Dreamcast, I think of Ready to Rumble.
Yeah.
I think of, I think it was called Sega GT, a racing game.
Sega GT. What's 2002?
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
I think of, whatchamacallit, 2K, NBA. Is it NBA?
Yeah. NBA
NFL,
and
NBA.
yep.
Yeah.
I think of that demo disc we had. I was playing that Gundam game all the time. You remember that?
Yes.
Yeah. See, it's coming back. It's coming back.
But Sonic Adventure.
How the fuck do you not remember that?
I don't know.
That was like one of our first games we played.
I don't know. Sonic, I don't know. Sonic, what'd you do to me? Made me just forget.
No, it's not Sonic. It was you. I think Project R was another one.
Not a racing game. Hold on.
No, it was a fighting game. It was something I can't remember. It's Project something. Not Project Justice. Project Justice was what was it? It was Rival Schools. If you remember that game. Do you remember Rival Schools?
Hold on. No, it's not crossing my mind. Rival Schools.
Mm-hmm. Made by Capcom. Capcom. Marvel versus Capcom 2. Ding. Rival Schools.
It was probably something that you picked up, but I never knew what the heck I was playing.
Probably, because I always picked up games that...
I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, so no, it wasn't Project... It wasn't Project Justice, but it was Project R or something like that, if I remember correctly. And yeah, I don't know. It was kind of like it was a weird fighting game, pretty weird. It was like so one of the characters, so two of the characters, like one of the characters was like super young. It was a woman,
Mm-hmm.
and then the other character was a dude. And then this was what blew my mind because we were little and like things like that just don't comprehend, and it's like, oh, this is a weird game, we get to put it down, like gross. But I guess one of the chicks that was in the game and the dude I'm talking about, they were mother and son.
Mm-hmm.
But they looked like they were the same age. That's what I'm saying.
Why'd they do that?
Well, I mean, it was from Japan, so it was some craziness going on there.
Yeah.
God, I gotta remember what it was. No, hold on. Now I gotta look at it. Now I gotta now.
Rival Schools, Project Justice. This is okay.
No, you still don't ring a bell. Still not ringing any bells.
No.
Okay, well, I tried, y'all. I tried. It's still not. Still not ringing for him.
I mean, I'm watching the gameplay, but no, it doesn't.
Project Justice, you watching?
Yeah.
No. Okay. Well, I tried, guys. I tried. He doesn't love me, and that's fine.
Of course I do. I love you.
I love you too, but you're hurting my heart here. You've been hurting me all night. You've been stabbing me with glass, bro. With glass. He said, "You see this cup here? I'm gonna use this shard. I'm gonna use that shard. I'm gonna use this big ass one right here, and maybe a beer bottle next, and then the next day, and then the next day." Oh well.
Thank you guys for listening.
Yeah, thank you, brother. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
And till next time.
Peace.
Toodles.